Hello and welcome to ALW Exploration. I'm Andy and today's video is a review, and it's a review of the DJI Ronin SC. Now you may have seen this in recent videos, they're a bit more stable footage for you hopefully. But yeah, this is my DJI Ronin SC. It's the smaller, lighter version of the Ronin. It comes in a pre-packaged box, which is this. This box comes with, sorry, yes, my office is a mess. It's getting a full refit soon, so yeah, can't be bothered tidying it up at the minute. But yeah, it comes in this like polystyrene box with usual books and stuff to read or not as you want, but I read them because I'm like that. And then you get all different adapters for different cameras. Some Panasonic and Fuji cameras work directly with the record button, but my Canon 90D doesn't, but I don't really need it anyway. I just use the record button on there. It's not really a problem for me. So that's the Canon 90D. You do get a phone holder, so you can put your mobile phone on it, but again, I don't bother. Yeah, that just like clips on there. Using this mount that I've used to mount my light to the side of it. That all comes with the kit, which is pretty good really. I mean, that is quite a good phone holder. Joking aside, that's pretty good. But I don't use it, like I say. Yeah, you get all different leads, USB micro, USB-C. You get I think there's an Apple one as well. No, I'm lying. That was with the DJI Mavic Mini, which is down there. You don't get an Apple lead, because who's got an Apple camera apart from on a phone? So yeah, it's USB-A to USB-C, USB-A to USB micro, and USB-C to USB-C for all your different camera types. This has a USB out up there. I don't know if you can see that. Put the light on. USB out there, USB-C, so it can go from USB-C to whatever's on your camera, which mounts on here, which I will now demonstrate. I'll just put you down. I'm filming on the GoPro because obviously I can't film on this because I'm going to show you fitting it. So there we go. I'll put you there. And now you get a sole plate here, and then that is set up to my camera. I've already balanced all this up. Major thing with these gimbals is balancing. You need to take a bit of time, but I just watched a couple of YouTube videos on how to do it. I read the instruction book and then it took about 5 minutes, and you get excellent results. Not my words, the words of the app, which I'll show you in a minute. Now this just literally slides in there like that, and then you just tighten that up just by hand. You don't need tools or anything, just by hand. And then if it's steadily balanced, you've got to take the lens cap off, to balance it without the lens cap on, because, well, who uses a gimbal with a lens cap on? That would just be crazy times. But I do use that, so I'll leave that on. And then if it's perfectly balanced, you should be able to just sort of hold it there. This is turned off at the minute, and that is about as balanced as it'll get. For ease, because when I put it away in the car and then get it out on site, I sometimes don't leave. Obviously it won't travel well like that. If, you know, going on the train or something, you put it back in its box. To do that, it all comes apart, which I'll show you in a bit, because I want you to just demonstrate this next. But yeah, we'll show putting it away in a bit. So yeah, why has that come up? I wanted to show you my website, not Norton. Yeah, check out my website. Just turn the light off. Yeah, that's my website on there, alwexploration.co.uk, and it's got all my reviews on it, got my explores on it. So yeah, check that out. If you're bored, if you're still furloughed, check out my website. It's got all my latest videos on. Well, most of my latest videos. The ones that are up now are just on YouTube, so check them out. That's a really good one, that one. Great fun. great fun filming, great fun to watch. So yeah, check that out. I'll just put my light back on. So I can't see, but you can, which is what we want. So yeah, a little power button on the side. Press and hold it for a couple of seconds. And then that's that powered up. It does a little self check. I mean, that's how balanced it is. I've just got it on my legs. So over to the app. I'll have to turn that off again or you won't be able to see. The app is already fired up. So we go to balance test and then begin test, but it has to be on a slight angle. So I'll put you up there and tilt you down a bit so you can see the phone. And I need this in one hand. You can see everything. So yeah, to do the balance test, get the app. This needs to be on a 45-degree angle like that, and just click begin test, and it's testing. Goes through all its, it goes through its axis by itself, just motoring around, testing everything. You got to make sure that each individual axis is unlocked because it has a manual hard lock on it. So you got to unlock them because, well, it worked like that. So yeah, we've got balance test results, all excellent, which is what you want, because to get anywhere near the 11 hours that DJI quotes, which is listed on there, look, you're meant to get 11 hours. You won't if it isn't balanced, because it'll be, excuse me for the noise, it's a GoPro, so obviously I'm not filming with that because it's up here. Yeah, you won't get 11 hours if it isn't balanced, because the motors are constantly trying to fight to get it back to where it needs to be. Whereas if it's balanced, you'll get more like that. On a recent shoot we did, I was on site. This was up and running for 8 hours and it still had 2 bars of battery left. By 2 bars, I mean on there, that's your battery level. It still had 2 bars left. So yeah, that was after 8 hours. With a well-balanced machine. Also on the app, which I'll show you. Just tilt it down again a bit. Sorry for the audio, I know that'll sound terrible. In motor parameters, you click auto tune, and then this will just do like a little wobble test. It's going from side to side and up and down and all that jazz, and it's just optimizing itself. The app there, just going through it. If you turn the app off whilst it's halfway through this, it simply won't like it. It'll just have a bit of a freak out. So don't do that. You can also set up the stiffness yourself. I've gone into custom and customized it and set it up as I want it. So that's that. Put you back up there. Right, so yeah, that's the DJI Ronin SC basic setup, and then you've got your toggle settings here. I'll put the light back on. Bit of a nightmare with lighting in here because, well, it needs a refit. I'm going to get some better lights, but for now we're on the little sub-tick dive torch, which is in a different review for the GoPro 8, which is what you're viewing this on. So you've got your mode button, mode 1, 2 and 3. I'll leave a link in the description for what each mode does, because I can't remember. I just use mode 1 and use that, but that's stuck in mode 2 now. Oh, there we go. Come on, mode 1. It's always when it's on film, innit? Mode 1, there we go. So yeah, it just goes up and down. You can invert this, because really, I'm a pilot, and that is down, but on this it's up. But I didn't want to get used to it. I didn't want to invert it to then be used to that and then use somebody else's gimbal and it up and down's the other way around. So I've just left it and got used to it. But that is down, like down stick on an aircraft is nose down, but that's nose up. Left and right. But I don't tend to use that unless I'm in a building and I want to show you something up high, because if you move that, that'll just stay where it is, you know. So, and then you've got the trigger on the front, which is 2 taps to go back to centre, or 3 taps to do a selfie. So tap, 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 it'll come round so you can do a selfie and talk to the camera, etc. And then just tap, tap, and then you're back to the front. The light mod, that is just a light off Amazon. They're about £45 I think with a USB charger and a battery. They're really good. I'll put a link in the description. And then that's just part of the phone thing that I showed you. This like foot thing spreads out like that. Then it's a really secure base, so you can put it down, or that just unscrews and it's just on a quarter thread. So if you've got other quarter thread accessories you want to put on there, albeit they'll be upside down, you can use them if you want. Tripod. It's also got the larger one. I think it's half inch thread on the bottom. I can't show you now because, oh yeah, of course I can. Just go like that, look. Yeah, see that? It's got 2 threads, quarter, and I think it's half. There you go. So I'll just put that back on so I can put it back down. Waterproofness, I think it's just shower proof. So if you're out in a, you know, out in the rain that's really heavy, it's probably going to break it. There is, while I'm on that, DJI do a care refresh program which you have to activate within 24 hours I believe of purchase. Do that, because if you drop that in a puddle and it breaks and you haven't got the warranty, DJI won't want to know. But if you've got the care refresh, you can't lose it, but if it's broken you can send them it back and they will repair it or replace it for you. So care refresh every time. That goes for the DJI drones as well. Do that, it's well worth it. One of Martin Zero's friends crashed his drone in a building and he sent it back. I think it was Kerbex, I think that's who he's called. He crashed his drone inside, sent it back to DJI, they just repaired it and sent it back to him. You know, it was his fault, but they still just repaired it. It's just, yeah, they are good. It's definitely worth it. Yeah, other features on here, that's about it really. What I've done to make balancing easier is, on all the axes, I've actually marked where this camera is balanced at. So that one's 3.6, can you see that on there? Or is that all overexposed? I'll turn the light off, see if it gets it. Now the lighting's shocking in here. See that? 3.6 on there. And then this one's 1.7 on there. So if it ever like adjusts, because all you've got to do to knock it is you just knock that and then it'll slide. And then your balance is out, and if you're on site it's a nightmare to set up. And then there's another one round here. So yeah, just mark them all up just with a sticker and you're sorted. Yeah, so that's about it really. Charging ports on the front there, just USB-C charging. It charges up in about an hour. It's really good. And then when you're putting it away it all strips down. So I'll just turn that off because that's in your face. Yeah, I'll show you a quick video of stripping it down and putting it in the case, which I'll do now. It comes apart really easy. I'll just lift you up. Oh, if I just touch the GoPros, you see. You move it and you touch the touchscreen and change all the settings. It's really annoying. So yeah, just shut it down. 3, 2, 1. Just the same as a drone if you got one of them. And then it's obviously that's what I mean about having it balanced. It's got to be balanced. If it's balanced it'll just sit there like that. That's with it turned off. So yeah, that just comes undone. You press that safety catch there, then it comes off. That's your camera off. And then see how that's sort of almost folded itself up already. Just lock there, bring you a bit closer, lock it there. So that's locked, and then just lock that one, then it's all locked up. I'll just put you down. This just unscrews off there. Then I just put that straight in my camera bag. Then that unscrews off there. And this part, this is the BG11 grip. This is the bit with a battery in it. So if you're going to do a long shoot, say if, I don't know, you're going on safari or something and you haven't got a power supply with you, yeah, you can charge this up off USB-C, but to keep you going, constant use, you can buy off DJI's website an additional BG18 grip. Did I say 17? I meant 18. It's the BG18 grip, which is there, and they are, let's have a look, I think they're £85. Let's have a look. £75 to the public. Yeah, so an additional grip, and that's got the battery in it and all the brains. Not the brains, I'm talking rubbish. It's just the battery. It's the battery base. Yeah, so if you get another one of them, you can have the other one charging. No, you can't. I'll take that back. Yeah, you might have an additional foot, but you need the actual... You need this part to charge that part. So it is a bit rubbish. You can't just charge the base on its own, because you need this part to charge it. So you'd need 2 full gimbals, but you can have 2 batteries. Yeah, because it charges through there, and there's no way of charging that on its own, which is a bit of a, I don't know, foresight, I don't know, by DJI. They know what they're doing, the Chinese. So yeah, that's the Ronin BG18 grip. The other bit that I'm particularly interested in is this, the cheese plate, because this has got quarter tapped holes on it, so you can attach flashes and things like that to the other side. Because I've got my light on there, but you can get a cheese plate and it'll go on there. Because these aren't quarter holes, these are something else. They're like a different size, they're metric, they're like M6, no, M4, that's it, they're an M4. So that's those, so you can't just mount stuff directly to it, you have to buy a cheese plate, which is £19. I'm going to show you some onboard footage of this in use now. There we go. Right, so we're just going to go find some more things. Backwards. Quite good this has got a backwards gear. There's a big dip here somewhere, so it. There we go. Don't stall it on camera. There we go. A bit bumpy. This is a good test for the gimbal. This is just common land now. An angry farmer tried blocking all this off, but it's not his land. So the local council made him open it all again, but he put all these fences in and shut all the gates and padlocked them. But it's not his land. These aren't his roads. This is a public road. This is the people's land, not his. Oh, that guy got a Clio down here. Must have been a bit bouncy. Go around all the dips, don't you? Driving through them. So it looks like someone's parked there, look. If we could park there next to them. Yep. It saves a lot of
legwork.
Yeah. Or even if we could park off to one side here somewhere.
They're all on the push bikes on that hilly bit is the thing.
Yeah. So he's parked there, right? We could just park next to him. Right, so stripping this bad boy down and putting it in the case, it just comes apart quite easy. I'm going to have to put you down there to do it. Put you there. You up. Tilt you down a bit. Yeah, that just literally does that and slides off. So what I mean about you can't charge that on its own. There's no port on it. You need this part, so you need 2 of them to charge 2 of them up. Otherwise you'd have to swap them over at the end of the day to charge each individual one up, which is, I think, is a bit rubbish. That just needs a USB port on it, which it hasn't got. There's the little holes for connecting. That just goes in there. And then that just fits in there. The wires are in the way because I've had them out to show you guys. But yeah, that just fits in there. And then they just sit in there. I don't even use these. I don't even know why they're in there. I just left them in because that's what came with it. Don't go to site this anyway. I just take it. Obviously, I don't go exploring with this case. This stays in the car. I just go with the bits I need. And then that just goes in there. And that is it. That is the DJI Ronin SC. I had a bit of trouble with it wandering about when I was exploring, which was quite annoying. It kept just like drifting up and drifting to the side and stuff, which you might have seen on videos. but there was a firmware update which you update through the app. It'll come up on here, it'll tell you there's a firmware update, and you just select it, download it, and sort it that way. Do I recommend this? Yes, I do. I didn't get the Ronin, the bigger one, because this will do it. This will carry my DSLR without any problems. It can carry up to 2.5 kilos, I believe. My DSLR in this configuration with a 10-18 on weighs 1.4 kilos, and this can quite easily manage that without any problems. It doesn't affect battery life, because that is quite a heavy camera, that compared to some of the mirrorless ones. So that's this does it no problem. So I hope this has been a good review for you. If so, leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Thank you very much. I'm Andy from ALW Exploration. Bye bye.